What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH, I totally agree with Elizabeth. I feel like the whole family needs to see a therapist. I think they do because they lost Franco. Not only that, but Jake lost two dads. He lost his biological father and he lost his stepfather in the same year. That can traumatize anybody. That can have a major effect on a kid. So I do agree with her. I think they do need to seek therapy. People have this thing where if they go to therapy, that means they're crazy, like they have some type of psychological issue or something, like they're nuts or something. I'm like, no, plenty of people, it's that stereotype. Therapy is not just for people with mental health issues. Like that does not mean that you're crazy. It's good to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that outlet. Um, So I agree with Elizabeth on that. I don't think Jake is behind this though. What's going on with her? I don't think he's doing it. I don't think Jake would do that to his mother. You know what I mean? Like I don't see it. And Finn is under the impression when he was talking to Chase, he's under the impression that Jake is possibly behind this due to past behavior or whatever. I don't think so. I think it's too easy for it to be him. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't see him doing this. It got to be another explanation for it. And that seems like a pretty big painting. So I was like, how would Jake be able to lift that painting up like that and hang it like that? You know what I mean? Like that takes a little bit of strength. Like that painting don't look like it's lightweight. Because some paintings are pretty heavy, so I don't see how he would be able to pull that off himself. Unless it's like a really light painting. That's only, but by the looks of it, don't look like it's all that light. Um, so I'm glad, he agreed to go see the therapist and stuff because I think they need it, the whole family. So anyway, one of Jake little friends or whatever done sent him an email about this sex tape with Cameron and Jocelyn. I said, hell no. Now the little 13, 14-year-olds got a hold of it. That's a damn shame. Even Cameron was horrified. It's bad enough that his college, fellow students have this tape, like they have access to it. Now kids in junior high or high school have this. That's embarrassing as hell. Like it's literally all over the internet. Like that is embarrassing. And Liz wanted to know what the hell was going on. So he told Elizabeth. The funny thing was he couldn't even look at Elizabeth when he told her. He had to have her turn around. He said, "Look, I can't talk to you eye to eye and tell you this. You got to turn around." Because it is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? It's very embarrassing telling your mama that you got a sex tape out there. Like you basically a Kardashian at this point. Like that's embarrassing. Um, I mean, clearly it wasn't embarrassing for the Kardashians. Them heifers done made billions off this shit. But it's like, damn, it's very embarrassing. Like Kim is just he don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Because Jocelyn is in the same boat that he is. Because now people are calling her a slut. They think that she leaked the video or whatever. It's just a hot mess. Like Kim does not know what to do. Um, Elizabeth doesn't even know how to help him at this point. Like she really don't know because there's not really much she can do other than to listen to him. But Cam doesn't even want to talk about this at this point. It's hard for him to talk about it, especially with his mother. That's why he wishes Franco was around because it'd be easier for him to talk to Franco about this. Because he usually talks to Franco about everything, especially women related. You know what I mean? So it's hard to talk to your mother about it, but I mean, Liz is in a tight spot. As a single mom, it's like, what the hell can she do about it? Carly, on the other hand, wasn't taking this shit lying down. Carly said, listen, I'm going to do something. And she did what I finally was hoping somebody would do. She got on the phone, called Spinelli, and got him to, get those videos removed from the internet. So now it's completely removed from the internet thanks to Spinelli. And he's going to go to the cabin to go look for some cameras up there or whatnot. Um, Carly, you know how Carly is. Like, she's not taking this line down at all. Jocelyn is freaking out. Carly's first thought about this was, is you pregnant? That would have been my first thought too. Like my child come in talking about they gotta talk to me about some shit and it's sex related and all that. I'm gonna think the same thing. Like, is you not? Because if you not, you better think again. I ain't raising no more babies. Like I'm just saying, I would have been on that type of time. Um, like listen, you come up in here not I'll show you better than I can tell you. That child to be left on somebody's doorstep, bing bong, like I'm not even playing with you. But yeah, Jocelyn is freaking out about this, and I could not believe that Jocelyn started to doubt Trina. Like, you're really taking Esme's word for this? Like, because she talking about, well, Trina was drunk and forgetful that night. She was blacked out drunk. She was knocked out majority of the night. How the hell could she have set up a camera and did that when she was knocked out and didn't even know what happened the rest of that night? You know what I mean? And Trina already explained to her that phones have timers on them. You can time the video and for it to go off at a specific time. And that's exactly what Esme did. Like, come on. Esme, just because Esme and Spencer left the cabin, so what? Esme was in that room long enough to set up a camera. I don't know why Jocelyn acting a fool about this. And even Carly was doubtful that Trina would do something like this. Because she wouldn't. If you know your best friend, like if you know their character, then you should know they wouldn't do that. I mean, I get the whole, I wouldn't put anything past anybody. I get that. But when you really know somebody and know what they're capable of, she wouldn't go there. Like, come on now. That wouldn't even, that shit wouldn't even creep in your mind. Especially when it comes to your good friend. So anyway, yeah, Carly gave her some good advice. She was like, listen, I know you're horrified about this, but scandals, they only last a short amount of time. And it's true, they do. And Carly could attest to that, and she told her. She was like, you know how many scandals I done been through? Even the latest scandal. I mean, hell, it was all over the blogs about how Sonny and Carly's marriage imploded and Nina was the cause of it. It was all over. Everybody was talking about it. Is anybody still talking about it now? Not really. It's old news at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's what's done is done. It's old, and I agree with Carly. It's gonna blow over. It's horrific now, but it's only a matter of time before everybody's worried about a new scandal, and scandals happen every day. You know, it is what it is. You just got to find a way to get through it. Quitting school or choosing not to go back to that school is not the answer. You have to go back. You got to face it. You got to face it head on. What else are you going to do? Stay in your room all day eating Chunky Monkey ice cream? No, that's not the way. It's not the answer. You just keep on standing and keep standing tall and fight against it. So they ended up bumping into Esme, and Esme trying to act all put on this front like she all sympathetic and stuff. Carly wasn't buying her bullshit. Carly was like, She tried to leave. Carly said, no, where you going? She said, nope, come your ass back here. I'm not done with you. See, that's what you don't want to do. Esme she's treading on thin ice right now. She's starting to piss off a lot of important people, and you don't want to do that. Now, it's one thing to fuck with Ava. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want Ava on your bad side. That's what you don't want to be on Ava's bad side. That's what you don't want to be. But now you're fucking with Carly's kids, and you know how Carly is. When you mess with her kids, you know she gonna find a way to get involved in it. So that's what you don't want to do. You know what I mean? You don't want to make an enemy out of powerful people that could shut your ass down. Like, you don't want to do that. But my whole thing is, I'm glad Carly called Spinelli to handle it and get them videos wiped. But after that, I think Carly should not get involved. Like, as far as like, confronting Esme and all that. I mean, I'm looking forward to the confrontation. Don't get me wrong. But I think Jocelyn needs to handle this in her own way. Because Jocelyn's an adult now. She needs to find a way to stand up for herself and fight her own battles. You can't keep running to mama, daddy, and whoever to fight your battles. You got to do it. You're an adult now. That's what comes with it. I'm not saying that she shouldn't go to Carly for advice or nothing like that. Of course, obviously, like, that's her mom. Everybody go to their parents and stuff for advice. So she still should. But as far as Carly actually getting involved, I don't think she should do that. I think Jocelyn should handle Esme on her own. You know what I mean? Like, it builds character. Trust me. Like, it'll teach you how to handle situations. You know what I mean? Like, on your own. So I definitely feel like Jocelyn needs to handle this on her own. Just let her deal with it. So anyway, moving on from that. BLQ is in such denial at this point because even Michael could tell that her and Chase got a thing going. Like, they got a thing for each other. She know it. She's in denial about it. Also, I think that she just doesn't want to get with him because she doesn't want to mess up their friendship. She didn't even tell him that she was back in town. Willow had to tell Chase that she was back in town. And Chase did not waste no time going to the mansion to go see her because they need to talk. You know, they really do. They need to talk about how they feel about each other and what's next. Um, I'm glad BLQ told Michael about how she's feeling about giving Bailey up and stuff. Like, she knew she was gonna have to do it, but it is hard. You know what I mean? Like, she took care of that child since she was born. You know, practically a year. You know, it's very hard to give up that child. But you know, I'm glad that she, pushing on, and she came back to, Port Charles to get back into the real world again instead of hiding from it. I think that was a good thing. But her and Chase definitely need to talk and figure this mess out. Because I really want to see them get together. Because I do like the chemistry and the vibe between them. So I do want to see them become a couple. And stop playing these games acting like they don't really want to be together. And being in denial. Get y'all ass together and stop wasting people's time. Do it expeditiously. Like, stop playing these little games. Esme had a nasty bruise on her arm, and I'm guessing that's from Ryan grabbing her so hard and tight. I guess Daddy likes grabbing her, I guess. Ugh, they are so creepy. Um, so now that she done seen Nicholas and Ava, she done put her plan into motion. She was like, okay, let me go over there and butter them up. She was like, it's showtime. Basically playing it up, talking about, oh, Spencer will never accept Ava as part of the family, and blah blah blah, how she want to talk to Spencer, offer to talk to Spencer and stuff to see if he'll come around and whatnot. um and that she wants to make amends with them. I really hope Nicholas is not falling for this foolishness. I really hope not. um Ava had got a call from Kevin or whatever that Ryan still had locked in syndrome. I said, of course Kevin's gonna think that, because Ryan has been playing this masterfully, crafted game. Like, he's the grand master of this game. The way he ignored Kevin when he came in and stuff, didn't even acknowledge his presence. So of course he's gonna dupe Kevin into thinking, oh, I'm still locked in, and of course, and Kevin's believing it, and now he got Ava thinking it. So that way she can go ahead with this stupid vow renewal thinking that it's going to go off without a problem. There's going to be a whole bunch of problems at that vow renewal. She just don't know it yet. Like, you got Esme over here, you got Victor over here. Ain't no telling what he planning. It's going to be a hot mess. You know what I mean? It's going to be a mess. But Nicholas better be very careful around Esme, because ain't no telling what she going to do next. She probably going to try to get him alone, slip a little Mickey in his drink. You just never know with that nut boy. The girl is nuts. Like, she is certifiable. Like, she is just downright fucking nuts. Like, they really need to. I'm telling you, she's playing with the wrong people. Like, she's getting on the bad side of a lot of powerful people. And usually when a character does that, it does not end well, because usually it ends with a whodunit and a bullet to the back. So she might want to be a little careful here, because you're playing a deadly game. And we know Nicholas is not above ordering a hit on somebody, and we know Ava knows how to work a gun. So does Esme really want to, play this game? Because messing around with Ryan and souping her head up to play these little games with powerful people gonna get you killed. It's gonna get you hurt, or it's gonna get you killed. Either way, you ain't coming out of this unscathed. I'm just saying, tread lightly. And she better hope like hell that this plan work. And even if it does somehow manage to work, it's only probably gonna be temporary anyway. So she gonna get a temporary, key out of it, but that's all you're gonna get. The next thing you're gonna get is either prison or sitting up in the morgue with a toe tag on. So be careful. Anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought about it, and I will see you all later. Have a great night, have a great weekend. See you on Monday. Peace. Have a great night.